Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellie Snake Lady and today I'm going to be doing a health check and weighing with my male snakes. So I'm going to be weighing my corn snakes first, so that will be Caduceus and Asclepion, and then I'll be weighing Zephyrus and Aristaeus afterwards. So they've kind of, my corn snake boys are going through the whole breeding season thing, so, and they have been eating, but I just want to keep an eye on their weights and just check they're all right. And as you know, during the winter my Hognose snake boys didn't eat, but they've been eating a lot more regularly now and very enthusiastically, as I say, recently. So yeah, we'll just see where they are as well. So without any further ado, I shall just get straight on with it, and thanks very much for watching. So I have little Caduceus here with me. He's a bit squiggly and lively. As I say, it's still breeding season, and also I think he's in blue as well. There we go. So his eyes are still a bit milky and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just doing a general check of his tummy scales, making sure they're okay. Oh, he has got a few bits actually on him. Oh dear, that's not good. Right, hopefully that should come off, but oh, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see, but he's got dark sort of marks on his belly and stuff. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put some of that F10 ointment on him, and as I say, he's in blue, so hopefully he should just shed all that lot off. But it is looking like the possible very beginnings of scale rot. So I am due to clean them out. It's only been sort of 4 or 5 weeks since I cleaned them out, so I'm actually going to clean them out next week. So everything should be you know, immaculate and whatnot for him and stuff. So and sterile and all the rest of it. But yeah, I hadn't seen that before on him, but I can actually see some scales are beginning to come off. Where he's due to shed his skin and stuff. So let's have a look what's going on here, little boy. Yeah, he's definitely due to shed his skin. So as I say, I'll just see where he is with his weight and whatnot, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So that's set to 0. I'm just going to put him in here. There we go. Let's pop the lid down. So he's at 588 grams at the moment, and he was at 571, so he's gained a bit of weight. But yeah, I mean, he seems to be doing okay. As I say, he's just due to shed his skin and all the rest of it. On the top of his scales and everything, he looks absolutely fine, but as I say, those tummy scales will need dealing with. So as you can see from that, Caduceus now weighs 588 grams, and he was at 571 grams, so I think that is a 17 gram weight gain. So as I say, he's been eating all his food and all the rest of it. He's not gone off his food this breeding season, so he might have been a bit shy, you know, taking it and stuff. But oh sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Yeah, so he's doing all right. As I say, other than his tummy scales, his scales are looking really flaky at the moment. So as I say, I'm just going to put some that barrier ointment, F10 barrier ointment stuff on, and just see how he gets on. Because he's in blue, he should be shedding his skin over the next week, and then hopefully that'll be breeding season over for him, because apparently with corn snakes it finishes sort of May time, May, June, that sort of time. So but yeah, no, he's doing all right, and yeah, he's gained a bit of weight, but I think I'll just get him outside and exercising a bit more and stuff. So so yeah, that's little Caduceus for you. So now I've got this crazy boy out, Asclepion, and he seems to be doing all right. He's quite active. He's not actually refused any meals at all, so he's been eating all his mice and stuff that I've given him, which is a change from usual, because whenever it's breeding season he'll refuse at least one meal. So but I'm just going to check his tummy scales the same as I did with Caduceus, and he actually looks all right. I can't see anything like dodgy on him or anything like that. I can't see anything weird, no lumps or bumps or anything wrong with his scales. So sorry, he's just so fast, and he's absolutely looking for a last minute girlfriend. So anyway, I'll just get on and weigh him and see where he's at. I've managed to get him in there, and his weight is 495, and he was at 530, so he's actually lost a bit of weight. He's lost about 35 grams. So yeah, let's have a look. There we go, there he is, being slightly less crazy. But yeah, so he's actually lost a bit of weight. So I think what I'll do is I'll just give him some more food. He's really on the move like all the time. So anyway, so I'll get him out now. So this little boy was on 530 grams 3 months ago, and now he's at 495. So he's lost 35 grams. And as I say, I think it's because he's been moving around a lot more than, you know, Caduceus has been. So he's been extremely active during this breeding season and moving about and that. So I think that's why he's lost some weight. So I'm just going to build him back up and just give him some larger mice, maybe even mouse once a week for a month. But yeah, he seems to be doing okay. As you can see, he's really active. He sheds his skin really well, and there's no lumps or bumps on him or anything. So yeah, so we'll just sort of see how he gets on over the next few months. So now I have little Zephyrus with me, and as you all know, during the winter months he wasn't eating. He didn't eat from I think it was like the middle of November up until sort of late February, early March. That sort of time he started. I think it was sort of early March actually that he started eating again. So that's good, and he's been really enthusiastic with his food ever since. So it'll be interesting just to see his sort of weight difference, and I think there should be some anyway. So anyway, as you can see, I'm just checking him for lumps and bumps, anything with his scales. They all look fine to me. I love his belly scales, that black with the orange and everything. So he's such a gorgeous boy. But anyway, yeah, he seems to be all right. Seems quite alert and active and stuff. So I'll just get on and weigh him. The scales are on 0. Let's put this little man in. Ooh, there we go. Just pop the lid down. And he is on sort of hopping between 77 and 78, so I think I'll just class that as 77 grams. And before yeah, he was 77 grams, so in fact he's actually stayed the same since January. So I'm thinking I'm going to up his mice a bit more, or you know how regularly he has his mice and stuff, because he's back eating hoppers again. So yeah, anyway, I'll get him out now. So with this little boy, he's actually stayed the same. He was 77 grams in January. He's still 77 grams, so 3 months later. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to up his mice a bit, just so he gains a bit more weight, because he was nearly at 100 grams about 6 months ago or so, and he was a better weight, but he's still a bit light. So I'm going to feed him a bit more regularly. He's back on hoppers. And he's just absolutely wolfing them down. So yeah, I'll get some more mice out and just feed them more regularly. I think I'm going to be feeding them every 5 days, so or him at least every 5 days. I've yet to weigh Aristaeus and see where he's at, but yeah, he's gone really still now. So but yeah, other than that, he's doing fine. He's really active. He's always climbing about everywhere and investigating everything, and yeah, he's such a good boy. He does hiss sometimes, very occasionally. He gets in a real hissy mood, but he's actually okay, so he's quite chilled now. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get his weight back up, and yeah, and just maybe just, you know, give him a few more hoppers in the week, and that's if he'll take them. So we'll just see how he gets on, but he's doing all right, so I'm pleased he's not lost any more weight. So now I have little Aristaeus here, who is just mooching about in his tank, and as soon as I opened the door he wanted to come out, which was really cute. So anyway, he seems to be doing all right. I'm just going to check him over. Make sure there's nothing untoward going on. There we go. So that's his tummy there. It looks all right. Tail looks fine. Him and Zephyrus, they do shed their skin, you know, really well, so I don't, touch wood, have any issues with that. But yeah, he seems to be doing all right. And yeah, it'll be, the main thing for me is with these hoggies is their weight going back up. So as I say, in the winter time they didn't eat, and this boy didn't eat for a good while. So I think it was the end of November to the beginning of March, and then as I say, that's when he started eating. So anyway, he seems to be okay, no lumps and bumps, his scales look all right. So yeah, I'll just get on and weigh him. The scales are set to 0. Let's put little Aristaeus in, there we go. And he is at 81 grams, so he weighs 4 grams more than Zephyrus. So before he was at 79 grams, so he's actually gained 2 grams since the winter fasting for this lad. And yeah, so I'm going to give him a few more mice, as much as Zephyrus. I'll just feed them every 5 days, and we'll go from there. Right, I'll just get him out. So last time I weighed Aristaeus, he was at 79 grams and he's now at 81 grams. So he's gained 2 grams, which is great. It's a bit more weight than Zephyrus, but you know, as I say, if I can get them into the sort of 90 gram region or even 100, then that would be great. So I am just going to try and feed them up as much as I can over the next few months, because last year Zephyrus actually went off his food for quite a while. This little boy didn't, but Zephyrus did, so he hardly ate last year. So anyway, he's loving his food now. He seems to have settled into his tank, and the same with this little guy. He's settled into his tank, and you know, he seems to be doing all right. He's always shows his face at the window. He's always climbing about and stuff. So my hoggies, they're both quite active, and he is obviously especially active because we do hear him at night climbing about and stuff on that little climbing frame thing that he's got. So but yeah, no, he's doing all right. He's doing good. So as I say, an extra couple of mice in the week, and well, as I say, just go from there and see how everyone's doing. But yeah, so that's a little Aristaeus for now. And that's it for weighing my boys, the my 2 corn snake boys and my 2 hoggy boys. I am a little bit concerned about Caduceus's tummy. I've been told that any little tiny marks and all that will show up really prominently on a pale snake or an albino snake in this case, and you know, I've been told not to worry in that, and I've put barrier ointment on Caduceus's scales. So it's just so weird because obviously that happened to Athene, but she's fine now. So maybe it's just something that happens from time to time. One of the scary things I read online, they were like, oh, you know, your husbandry isn't, you know, very good, you know, the cleanliness of the tank's not very good. And I'm thinking, well, I go in there and get poops out as much as I can. I clean them out every 5 to 6 weeks. So that's not too bad. I know some people can leave it 2 or 3 months before they clean them out. So I try and keep my tanks as clean as possible. And you know, those of you that have been here a long time know that I really do thoroughly clean out my snake tanks. Every corner, every inch of the tank gets cleaned with those F10 wipes and all the rest of it. So but other than that, you know, his weight's all right. He is a bit heavier. He's not been moving as much as Asclepion, but you know, he'll get back on it, and I'll just get him out for a bit and he can just exercise and things. But I'll wait until he's shed his skin and just see what his scales are like and just go from there. So that's all I can do for now. As I said, Asclepion's doing good, very active and stuff, and inquisitive, and he's eating fine. They're both actually eating fine, my 2 corn snake boys, so that's great. My hoggies, as I say, Zephyrus has stayed the same, so I'm definitely going to concentrate on giving him like larger meals or just more regular meals. I think he'll appreciate that more. And Aristaeus is doing all right. Yet again, I'll give him extra mice in the week and stuff. But my really big focus where weight is concerned is definitely getting Zephyrus back up to where he was about, well, I say a year ago, it's probably more like I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. So anyway, so that's it for now. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe, and when you do subscribe, please hit that bell notification and click all so you get notifications of all my latest videos. And if you've got any comments or questions or anything like that, then just pop them in the comments section below and I'll do my best to answer. But for now, from myself and my boy Snakies, it is goodbye, and yeah, we'll see you in my next video, and thanks very much for watching.